this is it. Okay. Is this good?
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's me, Alexis, and I am here with Harley today, and I'm going to ask him a series of questions. He doesn't even know what I'm going to answer him, or answer. Yeah. He doesn't even know what I'm going to ask him. So,
let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get right to it. Actually, let me mention the reason why I'm asking these questions isn't so people can take this information and use it against him. It isn't so you can just know more information and just, you know what I mean, like just so that we can all reflect, so that we can all kind of get to know who the real Harley is, like who is Harley. So
sounds serious.
Yeah, pretty serious. Let's get to it. All right. So you mentioned that you grew up in the rough part of Adelaide, Australia.
Yeah.
Can you describe like what your environment was like growing up? Did you grow up there the entire time?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time there. Basically, I mean, all my issues in childhood are pretty much first world problems. Like there was never any landmines to worry about. There was never any bombs being dropped on my house, or it was just standard first world problems that we have in the US or Australia, like just crime and like, you know, graffiti, shoplifting, stabbings, juvenile detention, just the standard, you know, bread and vegan margarine, bread and vegan butter issues that most teenagers in Australia or the US are exposed to at some point in their life.
So how do you feel like that affected you growing up? Like, did you did you grab onto like any like bad behaviors?
Yeah,
like
drugs.
Drugs
and crime.
At what age?
14. Started. Actually, my first alcoholic beverage was probably when I was about 9. Mm-hmm. So, in a way, it was good because it taught me street smart. It taught me to be more streetwise. But I definitely spent too long in that scene, and so I think some of my behaviour online might represent that past.
Up until what age did you stay in Adelaide?
I'm still in Adelaide. Actually, I'm in Chiang Mai today.
Yeah.
But I love Adelaide. I've got a house there now. Adelaide for me is one of the best training grounds on the planet. Just the internet's pretty sucky compared to Chiang Mai here. So I'm still in Adelaide. I'll really always be part of Adelaide, part of my life. Really enjoy it. Great training. I wish I got into training when I was a kid earlier, because there's some beauty in Adelaide.
All right. Can you describe what describe what your relationship was like with your parents?
My dad left when I was about 1 year of age, so I never really got to see him that much. He's passed away now. But when I got older, we had a better relationship. And my mother as well. I was just a standard ungrateful, spoiled brat. You know, my mum would do a lot of hard work for me. I'd just be, just really rude and very ungrateful. And eventually she kicked me out when I was 17 and just said, enough's enough. You go do your thing. There's a restraining order, come back, police gonna arrest you.
Why do you feel like you were ungrateful? Like, why did that develop in your relationship with her?
I was just a little terror. I don't even know why. I think it was the food I was eating or what, but just McDonald's. I don't know. Why did people become so ungrateful? I think I was just spoiled. You know, my mum did the best she could. She loved me a lot, and she did the best of the tools she had. And I was just so ungrateful. You know, to come home late and get into trouble at school and just break a lot of the rules that she was trying to set to have a positive household. So I was off the rails pretty hard. But now me and my mum, we talk most days on email. She started email in 2016, first time ever. So pretty much in my inbox there's a photo or a video from my mum. My mum watched this video. Hey mum.
Hey mum.
It's really rad that my mum's actually on YouTube now. She watches everyone's videos. She does all the gossip, all the drama. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty random.
Did you, in the little bit of time that you got to know your dad, you said you guys got a little closer. Yeah. Did you get to learn more about his personality? Did you see any similarities in your personality?
Yeah, definitely. But he never really wanted to have children, but my mum did, and my mum thought, by having children he might want to get closer, but their relationship ended pretty soon after I was born. And so my dad was more of a bachelor sort of guy, and that sort of lifestyle I also enjoy living. But he also was into sort of cycling a bit and healthy eating, so some of those things played. And so my mum was into healthy eating as well, so some of those seeds were planted in me, even though I was definitely off the rails. Part of that was still planted. I think that's what made my lifestyle a bit more passionate now because I sort of started with that at an early age. Just little seeds, nothing about veganism. I didn't know what vegan was till I was maybe 21, April 2001, maybe 24. I know what vegan went.
Okay. What personality traits do you think you have from both your mom and your dad?
Personality traits. Just to clarify, I was actually 24 when I went vegan, April 2001, and that's when I first learned about vegan. It was in April 2001 when I was 24. So so many people got a big head start on me. Personality traits from my mum and my dad's probably persistence. Like, I saw how hard my mum worked as a single mum. She was just getting it done. She was getting credit card debt, and then she'd work night shifts and cleaning and just waiting tables, just doing it just to get it done. Daycare, stuff like that. So I saw that perseverance, and to see when you witness that every day, it's going to rub off on you at some point. So I think I've definitely developed perseverance from my mum, which is a great virtue to have.
And what about your dad?
My dad would probably be just a simple living. Just simple living. He used to cut, a very unsafe thing to do, but he would cut holes in his motorbike tyres to extend the tread life, the tread pattern, because he was just too stingy to buy new tyres. I'm not that stingy, but I see the environmental benefits of using a product till it's done versus just chucking it to landfill. So I try and use everything till it's done, or recycle it, or give it away, or whatever. So that sort of thriftiness, simple living, saw that from my dad.
Would you say that your childhood was, quote, traumatic in any kind of way? And, whether that's having an absent father or some of the problems that you may have created upon yourself, like, would you say that it was traumatic in any?
I would say, it depends what definition.
Not comparing yourself to any other kid, like just.
Well, yeah, as a kid it's traumatic. As an adult looking back, it pales in comparison to what other people go through in other parts of the world. So yeah, I've seen plenty of psychiatrists and psychologists when I had my bus accident and had to go through that, and they'd ask me from my childhood, and I said, oh, you've got this, you've got that, this happened to you, oh my God, poor you. And that's one person's opinion. I look at my past, and to process that, I compare my past trauma to what people go through every day in Cambodia or Rwanda or all these other countries where it's pretty hardcore living. And I think, well, what I had I wouldn't want again, or wish on anyone else, but it happened, it's in the past, and there's people around the world today who go through a zillion times more adversity, and they still wake up, they still smile, they still get it done. Right. And for those people I'm inspired by.
I'm seeing that even in Chiang Mai.
Yeah, see some people with burns, victims and stuff like that, they still do get it done. So I just really can't feel sorry for myself anymore. Even though some people say, hey, you should feel sorry for yourself, what you had was trauma or whatever. I don't buy into that, because buying into that means you become a victim and you feel sorry for yourself, and then you won't get anything done in life. And the worst thing we can be for victims is be a victim. The best thing you can do for victims is not be one. So learn from the past, that happened, move on, live in the moment.
Alright, so the question that everyone wants to know: who the fuck is the real Durianrider?
Who's the real Durianrider?
Yeah, there's this contrast between, I've met you, I've known you for almost a month now being here, and I've witnessed you being giving, helping people out. My first day up Doi Sutet you checked out my whack ass handlebars that was on, it wasn't on properly. And then there's you on YouTube, and people, for instance, a lot of people here freely say, Durianrider, Harley, he's a good person. He's a really, really good person. And she's trying to convince everyone that you're a really good person. And then when people come and meet you, they're like, oh shit, Harley's a really good person. And on YouTube, everyone not everyone, but a lot of people dislike you.
Yeah.
And they don't think that you are a good person in any way, and that you attack other YouTubers and vegans. So
what's the deal?
What's the deal?
I think I definitely, online I do some things I do regret and I apologise for sometimes. But I would say when I go after other YouTubers, generally I'm just responding, or someone's done something, or they've tried to sue someone, or to do something in the community that we've sort of created here, and I basically speak up and say, look, that sort of behaviour, not acceptable. But who is the real Durianrider? I consider myself a person who really thrives on seeing people meet their goals, and helping them achieve their goals, and sort of being part of that. You know, even in the background saying, "Oh, yeah, I remember that person. No one used to talk to them. No one used to give them the time of day. They were maybe overweight, out of shape, and people just judged them harshly. And no one used to talk to them. No one gave them compliments. No one ever cared what they had to say. But I could see something in that person, and I felt good to be part of their success, and I enjoy that. And I think everyone's got gifts. There's a massive green fly on the camera here.
I know, it is huge. Just trying to press the shutter button.
So I'd say the real Durianrider is I'm a caring person, if I can say that. And
so what about that Durianrider that people see on YouTube when you're attacking people, particularly vegans? When you're attacking other vegans, most vegans don't like that.
Yeah,
so is it something?
I'm generally responding to people making up rumors about me or freely or something like that.
So has there been a time where you've just attacked a vegan YouTuber without them coming at you?
What's the point? I mean, there's so many people I've got dirt on that I could just right under the bus, but I wouldn't do it because I think they've got a good message. You know, maybe I'll say it in person or someone or whatever, but I wouldn't make a video saying, hey, this guy's clearly on steroids, he's clearly lying to his audience, or this girl is really a bitch in real life, but online she pretends to be really nice. I don't do those things. I mean, sometimes I have, but very, very, very rarely, you know. And
so the attacks that you have made on vegans is generally a response
to
something that
a classic example would be our friend Christina, who went after our friend Ravana. Ravana used to be a big fan of Christina, and she was like, you know, really emulating and doing the similar raw food recipes, and Christina got her marketing team to write to Ravana like a little legal sort of cease and desist letter saying, look, stop using the same ingredients as me, stop blah blah blah. And Christina came to me at Woodstock Fruit Festival 2013, was it? 2012, one of those years. And she said, oh my God, Ravana's trying to come. And I'm like, it's a compliment, man. It's like, relax. It's the vegan community, it's the raw food community. Like, there's plenty of room for everyone to share similar recipes. Who cares? But Christina didn't really get that. And she was like, just legally threatening Ravana. So I did a video saying that behaviour is not appropriate. Some people saw that as attacking, but I was just clarifying that behaviour, trying to shut someone down because they use a raw salsa recipe. It's just not. It doesn't vibe. At all. And I felt responsible because we gave Christina her platform on our website, and I've had hundreds of emails with Christina, YouTube tips. I helped her get her first video out, helped her get her channel started, helped her come up with a name